Hi there, welcome to this line writer tutorial on the Hanual. The Hanual was a technique I discovered whilst working on this track, the Snowman. In typical line writer fashion, I named it after myself, Hanuman. You may also recognize the Hanual from my recent release, The Middle. So, how does it work? Well, essentially, the Hanual works by multi-lining the front nose peg. Let's just go back here so you can see. There we go. Essentially works by multi-lining the front nose peg backwards one frame and then forwards the next, or vice versa, with the malleability of the front nose peg allowing the effect to be taken to the ridiculous extremes I just showed you. Okay, so now let's get into how to actually make a Hanual. On the right hand side of the screen you can see Arglen, and he's going to be learning along with you. Hey Arglen.
Loop.
So, skip ahead one frame.
Okay.
And grab yourself a 3x red line. And what you're going to want to do is, with the shallowest angle possible, you can try using lifelock as long as you don't get an exact X or Y line. For anyone who doesn't know, exact X or Y lines cannot be multi-lined. So, multi-line that forwards as far as you can, and just skip ahead to the next iteration so you can see how it works. You don't even need to use momentum tick really, just keep going, and if it lives or dies.
I got it.
And then you're going to want to do the exact same thing again. Try and get them to go as far forward as you can.
Okay.
You know, starting to get somewhere. I wonder if it actually would have been quicker to use a G-well there, but oh well. So now let's try to reverse the process. So do the same thing, but draw a backwards line. Then skip ahead one frame and multi-line it back as far as you can.
Alright.
Now try multi-lining it forwards in the next one.
Okay. Oh.
As you can see, it's starting to happen on mine. I'm getting some pretty interesting positions are starting to appear as these contact points get stretched further and further.
Will we need to be worrying about whether he falls over or?
Do you mean like out of balance?
Yeah,
no, you won't have to worry.
Alright.
You can just oh yeah, make sure the point that you're multi-lining is always the this position here, this front top nose.
Hang on. I should probably be checking I'm checking my physics iterations to make sure that it's not contacting any other points.
Yeah, because if you hit the bottom nose, even if you multi-line it forwards, it can change the position to more backwards because of the fakie physics.
Ah, I see. Oh, Jesus Christ.
If in your final iteration you have a yellow line, that's fine. As long as it's in this position, you can just multi-line it backwards and it will just live again, even if it's dead.
Interesting.
Run into a little bit of an issue here. I think maybe that might be time to use a GWell. Let's just check these iterations.
So you just simply repeat this process until...
Yep, just repeat it endlessly. It's kind of simple, it just takes quite a lot of fiddling.
So it does not require any balance, or?
Not really, because you're essentially just moving back and forwards to the same point each time. So you basically maintain whatever balance that you had when you go into it.
Interesting. Oh, I think I may know why it doesn't require much balancing, because the more it's tilted, like if you're trying to push him forwards, and if he's really pushed, if he's already falling back, if you try pushing him forward, you're more just pushing his the front of the node away from him rather than forwards. So then if you pull back, it'll actually be more effective.
Yep. This one is not wanting to grab very well. I've got an awkward little buddy here.
Yep, it seems to be very much vibrating.
Yeah, for whatever reason, I'm kind of failing at making one, which is kind of embarrassing, seeing as I was the person that discovered them.
I think you might want to check the. I'm actually kind of just instinctively checking iterations.
Yeah.
Whenever I do this, so I don't know. I think it's a lot of trial and error. So
yeah, it's like I have like one that works there, and then like all the other ones don't for whatever reason.
Didn't you say like just try like make sure like to make it at the shallowest of an angle that you can reach it to be?
Yep. Yeah, some of these could be shallower, really. Actually, I think maybe I should just have been going back at the start of this instead of forwards, just based on the angle that he's at. Let's give that a whirl.
So far, I seem to be doing good.
Yep, that's a Hanual.
Nice. And then we can just connect the points together.
Yep, with a green line, or you can even leave them naked. You can put spikes, do pretty much whatever you like.
Nice. This is cool.
Yep. It's definitely like much more of a visual thing. Like it's not super technical or requires much knowledge apart from how to multi-line, which is, you know, like
shouldn't be too hard.
Yeah, it's not like super unintuitive. Yeah, the most annoying thing is just getting those angles without getting X lines. Oh, there we go. I'm starting to get better ones now. again. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah,
Nice.
the key was going backwards and not forwards at the start because of the position.
Yeah. For me, it just automatically did that.
Yeah. And also, like, if you look at ones like this, where you can see that if I have a normal line here, then it's going to create like an imbalance, and it will look slightly different. So I'm probably going to just use a G-well here. Just use the G-well hitbox side of the line, if it'll let me. And it's still kind of lumpy, and it kind of changes how the line looks, but like it's better than just having it how it was. So let's skip forwards, and hopefully it should let me, yep, there we go. See, now you get that really extreme look where it just looks like it's bunny hopping in the frames.
Yeah. It just looks like his face is pretty much just pressed against the sled.
Yeah. It's kind of crazy looking.
It looks really it really looks unnatural because of how far the sled just goes back and forth.
Yeah, I mean, it's something to do with how malleable, I guess, these particular contact points are.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm getting one of those multi-lining annoyances. Goddamn X lines. Okay, there we go. That should work now. Oh yeah, this is turning out perfectly. And you see, like, a lot of these ones on my screen on the left here, like, even though it's orange, you can just, as long as it's not dead,
you can pretty much push him back.
Yeah, exactly. And actually, you know,
I'm just trying to slow him down. Actually, why am I slowing him down?
yeah, that's not recoverable. So yeah, as long as it's orange, it'll live in the next frame. And you basically just rinse and repeat.
Cool.
Yep, someone's got to push those boundaries. And to be honest, I think that's going to conclude this tutorial on the Hanual.
All right.
As you can see, it's fairly self-explanatory. Aglan was able to make a pretty good one. Better than the one I could make, it turned out.
Well, I mean, it was kind of by accident.
Yeah.
Well,
anyway, I got there in the end. And
nice.
Yep, that's helpful. Leave a comment or a like or something below. Thanks, and we'll see you in the next video.
All right. Bye.